Hello everyone, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Dungeon Keeper. We face the 18th realm of Blaise End this time, and it is, to be quite blunt, a right pain in the arse. So let's watch the intro video and discuss that, shall we?
Blaise End, a place of joy and love. Nothing, the legends say, has ever spoiled the calm of Blaise End. So when something does, it'll be long overdue, and the inhabitants will thoroughly deserve it.
Now, the challenge with this realm is that it is one gigantic trap. You will see plentiful gold, you will see portals, and you will have the ability to summon a variety of creatures. Now, where is the trap in that? Well, while the opening narration, or not narration, but the opening text will say that the heroes of this realm are asleep at the wheel, they are watching the gold very carefully. So after you dig out, say, 15 spaces of gold, they start sending out the hero patrols. This is on top of several wandering hero groups that are embedded around the territory, the big fortress to the north, and a lot of other little things that will pop up. Luckily, with a bit of planning and foresight, we can seal off some of the hero portals, and if we are very slow and careful, we can build up a decent-sized space we can build from that can be sealed off and protected so that when we do start digging the gold out, the heroes can't get to us, or we can control when they reach us. But we have to be very careful about our spending and what we attract, because while it is tempting to build a lot of big rooms and build up a ton of dragons to train and research, we don't have the resources, and we are in fact going to attract so many creatures that having them all trained is going to be difficult, particularly when the high-level heroes show up. But we will persevere, we shall overcome, and I will show you exactly how we're going to do this. The guardians of this realm are asleep at the moment. Attack them as soon as you can, or they'll be breakfast, wide awake, and inherently more difficult to slaughter. Yes, this is a subtle hint saying that you do not want to seal yourself off and build up. I say that is hooey, because there is one thing we do want to build up, and surprisingly, we are given the perfect place to do it right here before our dungeon heart. Because one fun little thing that has not come up thus far, as I think that traps and doors in Dungeon Keeper 1 are usually more trouble than they're worth, but in this one level we can make them more trouble for the enemy than they're worth. But one of the odder glitches, and this has persisted through the last few updates, is that you have to have a bigger workshop in order to build the bigger items. Makes sense, yes? Except that for some odd reason, if you build a perfect 5x4 workshop of 20 squares, you can use it to construct all the high-end items. At any rate, we are going to, having dug out the space for that workshop once we have it, we're going to dig one hallway right here to the impenetrable rock. We are going to dig another hallway to the impenetrable rock here, because there are a lot of rock walls we need to work with. But then we're going to cut north, and we are going to dig another hallway here. We're going to want some nice long corridors for this. And we will dig another hallway like so. And we'll dig this one out to the brick here. And we're going to do the same with this one here. Because, yes, I have it in mind, once we are capable, that we are going to build a bunch of boulder traps and have plenty of space for it to mow down the enemy armies as they try and approach us. But we don't want to dig through quite just yet to that part, but we will get the tunnel done. And yes, we do have a portal down here, but we're not going to dig to that just yet, because we are going to dig out a few spaces that we need. And luckily, we do have plentiful space. First of all, plenty of space for a big treasure room once we're ready to start digging for gold. We'll have a lot of smaller spaces as we move around, but and we are going to want plenty of lair space once we are ready to start building up our army, so it'll behoove us to dig now. And another 5x5 space here. And then we're going to do the same here. Forewarned, we'll be forearmed on this level. We can't quite. We can just barely get a 5x5 in here. Actually, we can totally get a 5x5 in here. And we haven't even started digging into the space by the portal. But let's go ahead and fortify our walls first. Oh, not that one, though. We will need to dig out something that way. But yes, we will need a small library just to get a few things before fortifications are done, which means we will need to dig that portal out. It looks a little off center, but and that should, I think, see to most of our building needs. But to go ahead and get started, we'll do a very small layer. A very small hatchery. And in the corner,
It is payday.
a small to start library. Just seal this room off to start. Yeah, we've gone through over half our starting goal, and we haven't even recruited a single creature yet. But there be method to my madness. So while they're working on that, let's take a look at the rest of our realm. You see, we got a whole bunch of gym blocks here. Unfortunately, that's way on the other side of the level, and we got a bunch of heroes before then. We have a portal here, but this is a bit of a trap because we can't see that there are impenetrable walls made by the heroes. And by the time we get the Destroy Walls spell, we won't need this. There's also a whole bunch of empty territory full of heroes around this. And the gold blocks on the left and right, well, as I said, we will need these. Getting to them is going to be tricky, but we can manage it. let's go ahead and get this wall taken care of first. I know this is time-consuming and not that exciting to watch, but trust me, this is very necessary and will be well worth it in the end when we see hordes of level 9 heroes storming our palace and being mowed down by boulders. And I think we're ready to actually dig out. At this point, all we're going to attract is a warlock, but that will be necessary. And we'll go ahead and build a small training room here in the empty space between.
An entrance has been claimed.
And indeed, our first creature is a warlock. So let's get him a bed and get him to work. But now, we'll go ahead and do a quick save just to make sure.
Game saved.
For we are now ready to start trying to dig out to the gold. And while there are many wandering hero groups hereabout, there are also some wandering villains in need of a master to guide them.
You have tunneled into a new area. A new spell has been researched.
Alright, we have Sight of Evil, which is one of the spells we need to get started. I just want to make sure that we get everything fortified as we go. But we are going to be able to dig around this gold and block it off almost completely from the heroes.
You have tunneled into a new area.
And we'll put him directly into the library. Let the everyone's sleep.
You have tunneled into a new area. A new room has been researched.
Alright, we now have a bridge. We found 2 spiders in that space. And now that we have a bridge, we can dig out here, because you may recall having heard some splashing hereabouts.
You have tunneled into a new area.
Yes, this is in fact a small lake which has 2 tentacles waiting to join us. I think we encountered tentacles once before, but we didn't get much use out of them.
It is payday.
But yes, we are going to want to fortify this space as well.
A new room has been researched. A new spell has been researched. Your library is too small.
And we'll get the money back by... Now that we have our own unbreakable walls here.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Okay, now we will dig out this gold block here, but no more. And just make it a little easier, we will put a... Well, we need to make a big treasure room anyway, so we'll go ahead and do a little bit there.
Your creatures need a bigger lair. A new room has been researched.
And we're going to dig out a little bit this way eventually, but we want to fortify this first.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
I didn't mean to fortify that part just yet. But good on them for doing that. And then this part right here.
Your gold reserves are running low. You have tunneled into a new area.
And we just found a couple skeletons. And you can see what I mean about how this level can bankrupt you very quickly if you build too much too soon. In fact, I think I may have to get rid of a couple of the warlocks now that we've gotten what we need for the moment.
A new spell has been researched.
And we can start building our treasure room, but no, we can't. Or, yeah, not treasure room, workshop. But we'll go ahead and do another treasure room here. And we've only done 4 so far. That'll make 7. And I just realized I was digging hatchery instead of treasury. Silly me. Okay, that should keep us solvent for a while.
You have tunneled into a new area.
They already were at work on fortifying this.
You have tunneled into a new area.
And we just got ourselves a giant. Now we'll want to dig out this gold block at the very end. So that we can fortify this gap here. And with that done, I do believe we have all the gold hermetically sealed. But we're not quite done just yet, because as noted, we're going to want a big workshop. Well, big enough. I think we got just enough money to build a small one to start. Because we've got one more gang of miscreants to recruit. I'm going to go ahead and
Game saved.
save this one before I dig this out, because this can be a tricksy one. And sure enough, just got our first troll. But yeah, you see this little gap here.
It is payday. have tunneled into a new area. Your creatures need a bigger lair.
And where does this lead us? Well, to a locked door. And we'll want to fortify this as well.
Your creatures need a bigger lair. Your gold reserves are running low.
And just like that, prison breaking, a couple of bile demons. Now we can go ahead and dig out another 3 gold safely, I think.
Your creatures need a bigger lair. You have claimed an enemy room.
At this point,
Your gold reserves are running low.
don't really need the researchers right now.
You do not have enough gold. You cannot afford to train creatures.
Well, we didn't quite get to where we can dig out the hero portal. But then again, do I really need the prison at the moment? I don't think we do. Of course, Monas. Now we don't need to worry about them invading us here. But just for the sake of form.
A door has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough.
And yeah, there's a locked door here, but we don't want to go through that just yet because there's heroes behind it. Luckily, the heroes are not predisposed to knocking down their own doors. Now we are going to have to face one group of heroes digging out to the portal. And I'm going to go ahead and save here again.
Game saved.
Just to be safe. Good news is, I think with the... Actually, you know, I did want to have a small portal for these two, so... Or I did want to have a small prison for these two. Because the villains in question are a team of witches. And they are going to be very handy, so let me put the warlocks back to work.
Your library is too small.
Forgot about that part of the plan.
A trap has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough.
Oh, it's big enough. Well, maybe not just yet, but it's getting there.
has been researched.
Well, we will want the barracks eventually. And there we go. We just hit the magic threat warning about hero patrols.
Food is scarce. Enlarge your hatchery.
Oh yes, need to do that too. And this is where you start running into the problems of resource management, but I think sealing off the hero portal is a little more important than me having a pair of witches at my beck and call.
You have tunneled into a new area. Your creatures are under attack. A new spell has been researched. Your creatures are under attack. Your gold reserves are running low. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning a battle. Some of your minions are unable to reach their lairs. A trap has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough.
Alright, so with that done, we can now safely put our minions to work fortifying this space. Actually, it's rock, so it doesn't really need fortifying, but hey!
You cannot afford to train creatures.
And the witches themselves did not have
A
any
new room
money.
has been researched. It is payday.
Now get them to fortifying this space.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
But yeah, you see this little bit of hollow space here? That's the hero portal. Or one of them, at least.
bigger lair.
Well, at this point, I think we can finally afford to finish building them one. Or actually building a second one. Whoop. Okay, I got my workshop, got some extra layers.
A door has been manufactured. Your gold reserves are running low.
Well, it won't matter. In a moment, we will be completely signed, sealed, and delivered.
A door has been manufactured.
Well, maybe not completely sealed, but sealed enough. And that treasure room was handy for when we had it, but... Oh, and there is one other hero portal we can seal off. You might recall there's a little bit of open space up here.
You cannot afford to train creatures.
Although we cannot afford to cast Sight of Evil
A trap
now.
has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough.
But where there's a will, there's a way, and since we will soon have plentiful time to build at our leisure once we get this part taken care of,
Researched.
we can go ahead and sell our excess traps. Just enough for me to very quickly save.
Game saved.
Do a Sight of Evil hereabouts to make sure I'm getting the right space. And yeah, see, there's a boulder trap there. So actually, the portal, I think, is further out this way.
Has been manufactured.
Well, in fact, I almost dug into it. What we want to do is...
Your workshop is not big enough. A new spell has been researched. Your library is too small. You cannot afford to train creatures. Your gold reserves are running low. Your creatures are fighting amongst themselves. A door has been manufactured.
Yeah, you do have to keep your bile demons and your skeletons separated. Luckily at this point, well, I don't have the resources to...
Your gold reserves are running low.
And luckily I've got just enough bile demons that I can put all of them up and force them to relocate into a single lair. So let this be the big boys' room.
A trap has been manufactured. You have tunneled into a new area. Your gold reserves are running low.
Okay, should have seen that coming, really.
Game loaded. A door has been manufactured. Optus Diabolus. Optus Diabolus. Impus Netus Diabolus. A trap has been manufactured. Optus Diabolus. A trap has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough. You have tunneled into a new area. A new spell has been researched. Your library is too small.
Okay, actually,
Train creatures. Game loaded.
won't be able to surround it completely,
A
but
door
I
has been
think we
manufactured.
can dig up and block up.
A trap has been manufactured. You have tunneled into a new area.
Oh, seriously, another one?
A trap has been manufactured. Your workshop is not big enough. A new spell has been researched. Your library is too small. You cannot afford to train creatures. Your gold reserves are running low. Your creatures are fighting amongst themselves.
Ah.
A door has been manufactured. You cannot afford to train creatures.
Heck of it is, this is getting us pretty close to the gem trap,
Gold reserves
gem
are running
space.
low.
So this may be our place to start setting up a defensible position.
trap has been manufactured. You cannot afford to train creatures. Your creatures are fighting amongst themselves. Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are falling in battle.
I was wondering where the defenses would come back into play.
Game loaded. A door has been manufactured.
You know, let's not let the perfect be the enemy of the good. We've still got one completely well sealed off hero portal, and with the dungeon as it is right now, they're not going to be able to get in here until we say we're ready. So I'm going to go ahead and keep the save here. I am, however, going to redo our layout so that the bile demons are all in this big space here. And the skeletons are in this space right here. And never the twain shall meet. But yeah, I think we're ready to start digging gold out and doing some extra building. So we will go ahead and stop here for now, and next time we will pick up with building the perfect dungeon now that we've got some money. But thank you all for watching. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we'll continue battling Blaise End next time. Take care until then.